I mean, firstly, I'm amazed that a car is causing such a stir.
Hello everyone and welcome once again. Now this is actually the last time that I'm going to be talking about this topic, but I feel that I need to do a little bit of a follow-up video from the last one. The last one was about this new car from Jaguar and how many people were just going bonkers over the commercial. I wouldn't exactly call it a commercial, it was just a teaser to show which direction the company is going. And the thing is, it's amazing because usually Jaguar is never in the news, but they've been in the news now for about 3 weeks. Now, the car was launched in Miami. Well, I'm not going to say launched because it's actually just a concept car. Now, just to put this into context, in case you don't know what a concept car is, it is a concept. They also have concept motorcycles. And they rarely ever go into production. It's extremely, extremely rare. Going back to the 1930s, there have been some really wacky concept ideas for cars and motorcycles. Now, just staying on cars actually for this video, I mean, some of them are just weird looking. Rolls-Royce came up with a concept car. It really looks odd, right? Volvo, Honda, and many, many others. Now these are just concepts, just showing what you could do with design, what you could do with new materials, what you could do with new techniques. Very often they don't go into design because production costs would just be extremely high. Now somebody that's been commenting on this a lot, because he's been asked to, is James May, former host of Top Gear and of course the Grand Tour and his own series as well. He was interviewed on the Marr show this past week, and this is what he said.
Well, I mean, firstly, I'm amazed that a car is causing such a stir. People have been talking about it for days now, and it's garnered more attention than middle-class women of a certain age and things like that. And I think Jaguar did need reinventing. It had turned into a very small concern, almost a cottage industry by automotive standards. And I do think it's time we moved on from the E-Type and the Mark II Jag. I agree with you about, we need to be modern and live in the modern world. Let's remember that this is only a concept car at this point. This is not something that's ever going to be made. It's there to show us where the design language is going and all those things that car stylists say. The thing that disappoints me is I don't think it's particularly radical. I don't think there's anything, despite what people are saying on social media, there's nothing actually woke about it being pink. It's nothing to do with LGB or anything like that. It's actually because, well, pink, it's being revealed in Miami, and pink is Miami's colour. And Jaguar was on its uppers. It sold a tiny number of cars compared with BMW or Mercedes or Tesla especially, another electric-only marque. So they had to do something. I'm very interested reading social media, which I do a little bit too much, but people complaining about the direction Jaguar is going in are people who are stuck and hung up on the Mark II and the E-Type, and they're, dare I say it, probably drinking beer in glasses with handles on, and they don't actually buy Jaguars because nobody does. That's the problem.
James May, in his own words. Now, he's not the only one. Richard Hammond as well has been asked to comment on this, and he's pretty much been saying the same thing. Why people are getting so upset is completely beyond me. Now, when the car was showed off in Miami, Florida, in the United States, as James May was pointing out, pink. Well, pink is the color of Miami. I have been to Miami. It is a very pink city. The thing is, with pink cars, that's not unusual. There was a period of time, probably starting in the mid-1950s to the mid-1960s, where pink cars were the rage. Even Elvis Presley had a pink Cadillac, so I'm not quite sure where the problem is because of the color. It's an interesting color for sure, but it has nothing to do with LGBT or anything like that. It's just a color, and used to be a very popular color. So yeah, there was a time where pink was a rather popular color with cars. It's like, for example, if you look at a lot of cars from the 1970s, you had those god-awful velour burgundy interiors, which were crap that went way on too long into the 1980s. There was that green color, which looks like vomit. There was that yellow color, which is not really lemon, not really mustard, but kind of a lemon color with brown that was also very popular in the 1970s. So Jaguar, using this pink, it's Miami. Perfect color if you're going to show off a concept car. And they also had another one as well, which was I think it was a water blue, if that's the color. But pink, really. And it's a concept car. I would say the vast majority of people that are complaining that it's woke and all this bullshit won't and will never buy a Jag. That's just the way it is. Not many people do. Jag has needed a rebranding for a very long time. Same when it comes to motorcycles. There's certain motorcycle companies, which I have said time and time again in past videos, something like, okay, my favorite, wink wink, Harley-Davidson. Harley-Davidson has needed a rebrand for a very, very long time, and they should be doing something bold and something different and something revolutionary. But they're not. And every time there's a hint that they perhaps might, for example, with a bike that they were going to come out with called the Bronx, all the old, balding, fat guys who've probably not seen their penises in 50 years start whining and complaining that the company's gone woke. Bullshit. This is what happens in business. This is what happens in companies. They have to reinvent themselves all the time. Otherwise, you get stuck with a bunch of old people. When I mean old, 70 years plus, that just are stuck in the past. And usually people that are stuck in the past and can't move forward or can't change with the times blame it on somebody else. They sound like my grandfather, you know? It's amazing. Anyway, that's it for now. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you soon.